There's a spot on Earth that is unlike any other in the world. A spot where no matter what day of year you go there, it is never daytime. Look at this video which shows what our planet looks like when it's day and when it's night. Now look in the middle. There's a spot that is never in the sunlight, and pictures taken there are absolutely stunning. You can see northern lights, and the sky is always so close to sunrise, but it never gets there for real. So let me ask you a question. What is this place actually called? And if you'd like to go, subscribe.
No one in the world can visit this small island. In fact, even if you set foot on this island, you would probably never return home alive. It is one of the most dangerous islands in the world, and its name is Ilha da Queimada Grande. Located about 33 kilometers off the coast of Brazil, it is so dangerous that everyone is forbidden from visiting it. But what terrible secret makes this island forbidden? This island has not always been devoid of humans. People once lived on the island, clearing vegetation to make way for banana plantations and a lighthouse built in 1909. However, when the lighthouse became automated, the last humans were forced to leave the island, which has remained uninhabited since then. Today, there is a total of 4,000 critically endangered venomous snakes, the golden lanceheads. These snakes are so venomous that a single bite can cause severe necrosis, leading to the rapid breakdown of flesh. In the past, researchers estimated there were over 430,000 snakes spread over 430,000 square meters, which is one snake per square meter. So, do you dare to visit this island?
60 seconds of interesting geography facts across the world. The country of Monaco is super small that it could fit into Central Park in New York City. The Dead Sea, bordering Jordan and Israel, is the lowest point on Earth, with its shores sitting more than 400 meters below sea level. Lake Superior contains enough water to cover North and South America in 3/4 foot of water. In the Philippines, there's an island called Vulcan Point that's within a lake on an island that's within a lake on an island. Tokyo's population is more than the population of Australia, which is 6th largest country. The Atacama Desert in Chile is considered the driest non-polar desert on Earth, with some areas having no recorded rainfall for decades. These 4 countries constitutes almost 40% of world's population. The country of Iceland is known as the land of fire and ice because it has both glaciers and active volcanoes. The 2 Diomede Islands are just 2.4 kilometers apart, but have 20 hours time difference between them. This interesting fact also means the United States and Russia are basically neighbors. If you like these facts, share with friends.
What if the United States, Mexico, and Canada became one country? If all 3 nations joined together to form a single country, they could call it COM, or the United Nations of COM, and it would instantly become the most powerful country in the world. Economically, this union would dominate with a GDP of over $28 trillion, making it the richest country on Earth. The US's $25 trillion economy would lead, boosted by Canada's energy resources and Mexico's manufacturing strength. Geographically, this supranation would span 21.66 million square kilometers, overtaking Russia as the largest country and nearly doubling Europe's size. From Canada's icy Arctic to Mexico's sunny beaches, it would feature unmatched diversity. The population would soar to nearly 500 million, ranking as the 3rd most populous country behind only India and China. And with a defense budget of over $900 billion and 1.7 million active troops, it would command the world's most advanced and powerful military. So, would you want the US to form COM and reshape the world?
Did you know there's a country still living in 2018 while the rest of the world is in 2026? That country is Ethiopia. Ethiopia doesn't just use a different calendar, it uses a different time system. Their calendar has 13 months and runs 7 to 8 years behind the one most of the world follows. But it gets even stranger. In Ethiopia, the day doesn't start at midnight. It starts at sunrise. When the sun comes up, that's 12 o'clock. 6 hours later is noon. 6 more hours is sunset. 12 again. So if someone says, meet me at 2 o'clock, they might mean 8 in the morning. Flights and international business use modern time, but everyday life still follows the sun. Same Earth, same planet, different year, different clock.
Have you ever wondered where the Earth ends, and which country is the last one on Earth? While the Earth is round, and there's a country on every part of it, the country located at the very end of the Earth's edge is called Norway. This place, also known as the North Pole, is surrounded by glaciers and oceans. In this region of Norway, there's a final road where the road ends. From May to July, the sun shines for 24 hours straight, meaning there's both day and night. However, in some areas, from November to January, the sun doesn't rise at all, and it's dark for 3 months. During this time, the sky is filled with the beautiful aurora borealis, also known as the Northern Lights. If you travel 800 kilometers further from Norway, you'll reach the snow-covered island of Svalbard. The most interesting thing about this island is that you don't need a passport or a visa to visit. If you want to live there, you just need to have a job and a place to stay. There are so few people living there that the number of polar bears exceeds the human population. While visiting as a tourist is easy, the only way to get there is by a single flight from Norway. Therefore, you'll still need a Norwegian visa to travel to Svalbard.
What if the Earth was actually flat? As you probably know, the Earth is round, but for thousands of years people believed it was flat, a giant disk with edges you could fall off. So, what if they were right? For starters, the continents would stretch across a flat plain, and Antarctica would be a towering ice wall wrapped around the edges, holding the oceans in like a frozen rim. But the laws of nature would break almost immediately. Gravity wouldn't pull straight down anymore. The farther you move from the center, the more sideways it pulls, triggering massive tsunamis in the oceans, collapsing mountains, and thinning the air near the edges. Even the sky above would change as the sun wouldn't rise and set. It would circle above like a spotlight, lighting some places more than others. This would confuse seasonal cycles and throw time zones into chaos. And forget flying planes. You see, planes rely on GPS, and GPS only works because satellites stay in orbit. Without Earth's constant gravitational pull, these satellites would just drift into space.
Why no one want to own Antarctica? Almost all the lands are owned by countries except Antarctica. But why is that? What's the reason behind it? It's the southernmost continent. It's a huge area, almost as big as 2 Australias, bigger than countries like Canada, China, and even the United States. And during the winter season, when the ice builds up, it becomes bigger than the world's biggest country, Russia. In fact, Antarctica was the last place on Earth to be discovered by humans just 200 years ago. And it immediately attracted all superpowers. Norway, the United Kingdom, and France were the first to claim it. However, the Brits made a smart move to claim more of Antarctica. They claimed more territories and transferred some parts of their claims to Australia and New Zealand, who were dominions of the British. Chile and Argentina also declared their rights. And this part of the land is known as Marie Byrd Land, the most inaccessible and largest unclaimed territory on Earth. However, during the Cold War, to avoid future conflicts and nuclear testing on Antarctica, countries who made a claim signed the Antarctic Treaty, which paused all territorial claims and made Antarctica a neutral zone designated only for scientific research.
These are the terrifying reasons why you can almost never survive the Amazon rainforest. First of all, there is no escape. When you enter the Amazon, the forest almost seems to rearrange itself around you. Every footprint you leave behind is erased within seconds, trapping you in an endless loop. But things get even worse when you try to find a way out. You'll start to realize that the ground itself feels alive. Every single inch of the forest floor in the Amazon is covered with insects and living creatures. Even if you try to climb trees to escape, they are often even more infested with insects. Yet that's still not the biggest problem, because the air in the jungle can slowly destroy your skin. The humidity is so high that sweat cannot evaporate. It feels like you are constantly underwater, causing your skin to soften and tear easily. often leading to infections that can spread deep into the bone. And if you try to wash your wounds, the water is filled with piranhas, parasites, and predators waiting beneath the surface. But perhaps the most terrifying part is that the forest never sleeps. Around 70% of the animal species in the Amazon are estimated to be nocturnal. This means the chances of being hunted in the darkness are even higher. Escaping this place almost seems impossible.
This is the loneliest country in the world. Within a radius of 1,600 kilometers, it is completely surrounded by the ocean, with no neighboring countries. This country is located in the Pacific Ocean, divided into two main islands. Its area reaches 270,000 square kilometers, but it has only 5 million people. However, this country has 30 million sheep, an average of 6 sheep per person. At night, you watch the stars. During the day, you watch the sheep. You can drive for half an hour across vast fields without meeting anyone. Not only that, but within just a few dozen kilometers, you can see snow, volcanoes, rainforests, and beaches all at once. About 80% of the animals and plants in this country don't exist anywhere else in the world. Interestingly, this country has no snakes, and its laws strictly prohibit bringing snakes into the country. Anyone who violates this will be severely punished. The capital is Wellington. Welcome to New Zealand.
Did you know the world's largest rainforest and the largest desert are secretly connected? It might seem impossible, but every year, over 182 million tons of dust travels from the Sahara Desert all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to the Amazon rainforest. This dust, rich in essential nutrients like phosphorus, plays a critical role in replenishing the Amazon soil. The Amazon is one of the wettest places on Earth, and with all the rainfall, the nutrients in the soil get washed away. That's where the Sahara comes in. The nutrient-rich dust that travels from the desert acts as a natural fertilizer, helping the rainforest's soil stay fertile and supporting its incredible biodiversity. Without this dust, the Amazon's ecosystem, with its lush trees and diverse wildlife, would struggle to survive. This astonishing connection shows just how deeply two of the most extreme environments on Earth rely on each other. What's even more surprising is that this natural process has been happening for thousands of years, quietly sustaining one of the most important ecosystems on the planet. But with climate change and environmental shifts, there are concerns that this crucial balance could be disrupted.